And they're off. So a lot of text to match through, and here we go through the inner stage. You'll see both runners jump all the time, since this is faster than just dashing. And the inter stage is just jumping through these gates and destroying the last one. This race should be really entertaining because these runners have real close times. Nappa has the better time, but they're really close. And ch0cman's been doing pretty well so far. Okay, good area 1 for both. On to area 2. Area 2 is more of the same. It looks like that because supposedly Magma Dragoon destroyed the city and it crashed down. So yeah, we'll be mostly destroying some boxes and some enemies. On this game, you don't want to kill that many enemies because every time you destroy an enemy with any attack that is not the first or second slash of your combo, you generate lag, so we'll be avoiding enemies most of the time. There is dialogue, and here comes the intro boss. Okay, so the intro boss name is Regen. He can do 3 different things. He can shoot those balls like he did to Nappa. He can fly really high up like he did to ch0cman, or he can fly really low. What he does depends on your position. If you're really close to him, he'll surely fly up, but if you're a little bit to the left of the middle of the screen, he'll either fly down or shoot those energy balls. Now, the one who escaped to the sea was Jet Stingray. Okay, so we'll be presented now the 8 Mavericks. I know ch0cman will go for Magma Dragoon, not sure about Nappa. Okay, he'll be going for Dragoon as well. Yeah, pretty much. The only replates who are really completely Maverick and are not Repli Force soldiers are Magma Dragoon, Cyber Peacock, and Split Mushroom. Those 3 work for Sigma and are not Repli Force soldiers. Okay, so what you're seeing now is the area 1 of Magma Dragoon. You'll see sometimes they won't get hit by that fire that rises from the ground. That's because when fire just rises up, it won't hit you. It'll only hit you if it's in the middle of the flight. Okay, on to area 2. Now both runners will get the hard tank here, since this is 100%. Second try for Nappa, not bad. Let's see how ch0cman goes. Second try as well, okay, that's good. Now both runners will take this right armor so they can go through the lava and take a shortcut below here, so they don't have to climb. However, the right armor won't be used for the fight. Okay, so this is the first Maverick, Magma Dragoon. What you will see both runners do is called STC, which is a Saber Dash Cancel, where you cancel your Saber combo on the first hit by dashing, so you can just keep spamming that attack and the boss won't get any invincibility frames. And that's pretty much it. You just have to keep mashing your buttons and hope Magma Dragoon's dead. Also, it's really useful if when you crash into him whenever he does an attack, like those Hadoukens or Shoryukens, because if you crash into his body, you'll receive less damage and the full invincibility compared to receiving a Shuriken or Hadouken, where you get a huge knockback and a lot of damage. Yeah, it's pretty similar to Boomerang Kuwanger, what's called the Iceless. However, getting the hard tank on Magma Dragoon is way easier than doing the Iceless on Mega Man X1. Okay, here comes the next stage. This is Cyber Peacock. Cyber Peacock has this gimmick where you get tracked by these targets or stuff, and these targets give you a rank. Depending on your rank, you either have to do the section again, which is rank B, you pass, which is rank A, or you get an item, which is rank S. Or runners want to get an S every time, since this is 100%, and they'll want the hard tank and sub tank that's found here. Also, on this stage, you don't want to be grabbed by those yellow spheres, since it will take a lot of time and you have to mash the D-pad to free out of them. It's been a pretty good Area 1 so far. This is the last section. This climb is kinda tricky, but runners manage just fine. A damage boost there to not get hit by those yellow spheres. And both need to be done with Area 1. Okay, here comes Area 2. Area 2's gimmick is turning the stage upside down, which moves those purple spheres. What we want to do is move those purple spheres forward so they can break those purple breaks like you saw on Nappa's screen. And that's pretty much it. It's a really short area, really. Now comes the second boss. This is Cyber Peacock. Cyber Peacock can do many different things. What you want him to do is to stay up, but most of the time he'll stay low. If he appears right on top of you, you'll want to do the Ryu engine, the fire attack, and if he spawns in front of you, you'll want to do an air slash first and then a Ryu engine for maximum damage. The normal air slash and the Ryu engine deal about the same amount of damage, so when he stays up there on the left or right, you'll want to just do air slashes, because when you hit him with the Ryu engine, he'll get this staggering animation and disappear immediately, so you can't deal as much damage if you just do a Ryu engine there compared to normal air slashes. For beating Cyber Peacock, we get the Jig Attack, the Rakuhoha, which will be useful against Storm Owl later. Next stage will be Split Mushroom. Split Mushroom is a very technical stage with precise movement, but as long as you always do the exact same thing, you shall be fine. The goal here is to not get any damage, because we won't be getting health drops later, and Split Mushroom can be kinda tricky, but he always does the same thing, so if you memorize the fight right, you should be okay. Oh, and also, on Area 1 you'll be taking some damage boosts against the mini-boss, so you want to conserve HP. Pretty nice climb for both so far. Yeah, that was excellent. No damage for Nappa and only just one hit for ch0cman. That's really good. Okay, for the mini-boss, we'll wait for him to break this block, do 2 Ryu engines, and then attack him with a Ryu engine just as he starts rising up for maximum damage. And that's Area 1. Area 2 starts similar to Area 1, however, instead of those enemies with shields, will be against these wheel enemies. Again, you don't want to get hit too much, but the enemies' locations are mostly the same every time, so if you know what to do, you'll be okay. Here is the only item in the stage, Heart Tank. And now the autoscroller, because every game has an autoscroller. Duh. As I said earlier, whenever you kill an enemy with any attack that's not the first or second ground slash, you'll generate lag, so you'll see both runners destroying these flower enemies with just their ground attacks. Because if they jump and attack them, they'll generate a lot of lag. Also, you can pan up the camera with a well-timed Ryu engine right around here, and if you go to Stingray first, you can climb up really fast. Oh, ch0cman's frozen. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, let's hope he comes back eventually. Okay, now we're facing Split Mushroom. As I said earlier, Split Mushroom always does the exact same thing. He goes to the wall, throws these clones, and then he'll go up and do a completely solid clone which you cannot attack. And yeah, that's pretty much the fight, just air slashes. Okay, so ch0cman's back. For defeating Split Mushroom, we get the Kuembu and the Kuensan. The Kuembu is the double jump, and the Kuensan is a rolling slash, which deals less damage than your standard air slash, but has kind of an easier hitbox to hit enemies with. Next stage for both is Jet Stingray. This is also an autoscroller, where we'll be riding this spike. On this part, you'll mostly be doing air dashes, because each time you air dash, the camera moves just slightly forward, and you also want to get sure to get that Heart Tank. As long as you know exactly when to air dash, you'll be fine. The only thing that can be hard here is that when you land from an air dash onto an edge, you'll float for a bit. It's kind of weird. You'll see it sometimes, but it's no big deal once you get used to it. Good stage road so far, and Nappa just grabbed this sub-tank. And so does ch0cman. Okay, this is Jet Stingray. He's one of the biggest RNG heavy bosses in the game. He can either dive or throw you those stingray thingies. You'll want him to throw those stingrays to you, because you can hit him more times. And on about the third cycle, he'll go down, like he did there to Nappa, and when he goes down, you can finish him off with SCC. If he doesn't come down, you'll lose a lot of time, and on a normal run, that's normally a reset. But he went down for vote, so it's okay. Yeah! For defeating Jet Stingray, we get the Hienkyaku, which is the air dash, nothing else. Just a plain old air dash. Next boss is Slash Beast. This stage can be kinda difficult because it's cluttered with enemies all around, and we don't really want to kill enemies at zero because it'll generate lag, so we'll be taking a lot of damage boosts. Thanks, Ultra. Oh yeah, and also, each time we reach the end of a train, you'll see this small cutscene of this guy throwing a grenade to destroy that thing and jump across the gap. Okay, and now that we've reached the end of Area 1, we'll be facing this Spike mini-boss. But it's really easy as zero, you just have to do some air slashes and that's it. Area 2 is more of the same. More dash jumping and some damage boosts. Oh, a little mistake being never there. Didn't want to get hit by that right armor. Right armors deal a lot of damage on the stage, so you don't really want to damage boost onto those. ch0cman got the hard tank, and now we wait for the train to stop, and we'll be hopping onto another train later. Even if you lose a lot of health here, there's always that full health refill Nappa just skipped. Since he skipped that refill, he should be careful against Slash Beast. Oh, yeah, you can also grab that. On this game, when you're low on HP on some stages, that enemy will pop up, and when you destroy that container he has, it'll always drop you a big health refill. Okay, so here comes Slash Beast. What you want Slash Beast to do is to just roar and jump around. That is the worst pattern for Nappa, that attack where he goes from one side of the screen to the other, what deals the most damage, but it's managed pretty well. And ch0cman getting some bananas, like her Brazilian friends have called that attack. Second banana, okay. ch0cman's done with Slash Beast. For beating Slash Beast, we get the Shipuga, which is a dash deck. This deck will be used on Frost Waters to break some ice blocks with the least amount of lag as possible. Okay, so here comes Frost Waters. The first thing we see is a frozen blizzard buffalo right there. And wow, HksNappa managed to break. On the start of the stage, normally there's a Yeti down after the hard tank, but if you do the first part really good, that Yeti will despawn. Nappa managed to despawn it, that was pretty good. Sadly it spawned for ch0cman, but it won't make him lose that much time. What Nappa grabbed right there is the EX tank. What the EX tank does is give you 4 lives if you game over or load your save. It's really useless for the speedrun, so I've called it the useless tank many times. Since this is 100%, it's mandatory. Here comes the Frost Waters mini-boss. This mini-boss can also be a little RNG heavy. He can do many things. One of the things he do is cover up and go from where he's standing to either left or right side of the screen, and then open up. He can either charge at you and not guard himself, which is the best pattern, or he can also do that where he goes up, which is the worst pattern. Both of them got pretty meh patterns, but it's okay. Right now, Nappa grabbed the weapon tank. What it does is fill up your weapon energy. For Zero, it only fills up the Jig attack, as X is a little more useful, but it's not really that used on the speedrun. And Nappa's done with Area 2. Here comes Frostwaters. Frostwaters is a little different to the other bosses in the way that you can't SDC him, because no matter what attack you do, he always gets the full invincibility frames, so it's better to just spam the Ryu engine, the fire attack. You also want to do these reverse Ryu engines, so you generate less lag. Good fight for Nappa. Let's see how ch0cman goes. For defeating Frostwaters, we get the ch0cman. The ch0cman is a downward ice attack. It will be useful later on the Commonwealth fight. And I think that's pretty much it for 100%. 100% it has other uses. Next stage for Nappa is Web Spider. This is a pretty straightforward stage. You just want to jump dash and try to not get hit. Yeah, there's also a quick kill for Web Spider, which has a little RNG involved, but as long as they get the right pattern and position themselves correctly, they could get it. Oh yeah, you can also use the ice attack for destroying that door, since it generates less lag than just using the rolling slash or a triple hit combo. On this part, we'll be taking some damage boost to get through these beehives, because it's way faster to take the damage than destroying them. Now Nappa will get the heart tank. And this is pretty much Area 2. Okay, so here comes Web Spider. As I mentioned earlier, our runners will try to get the quick kill, but if not, Spider can be a really slow boss, since you can only hit it with air slashes or Ryu engines. Oh, Nappa almost got it. Sadly, had bad RNG there. That was pretty nice execution. He really lowered Web Spider's health down though. It's really good. Once Web Spider reaches half his HP meter, it will change faces to that big web he created on Nappa's screen, and then keep throwing those little webs at you and some baby spiders. ch0cman didn't get good patterns for the quick kills, so he just keep attacking Web Spider. For defeating Web Spider, we get the Raging Geki. The Raging Geki is a standard attack, that will be used on the split mushroom refight, and nothing else. And now that both are done with the spider, the next stage is Storm Owl. Storm Owl has these ships all over. What we want to do on this stage is grab the right armor, which is right here, and just fly around and destroy everything on our way, since the right armor's cannon does not generate lag when it kills enemies. Oh, little mistaking Nappa there. If you press the jump button twice on the right armor, it'll start hovering like that, but it's really slow, so we don't want that. Okay, here on area 2 comes a little skip, where we touch the spikes and do that wall jump. Yeah, that was pretty good for Nappa. I've died many times trying to do that, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes really easy. This is Storm Owl's mini boss. You generally kill it in 3 cycles. It's no big deal, really. And here comes Storm Owl. Storm Owl is also different, like Frostwaters was, but not in the same sense. You can SDC Storm Owl, but it's faster to hit him with the third slash of your combo, since it deals a lot of damage and he'll get hit by frame. Storm Owl is kinda weird because he does not get invincibility when you hit him with your first slash, but if you hit him with your second slash, he gets that shield thingy he has. Very nice fight for Nappa. Also, his weakness is the Rakhoha, the Jig attack, so you'll want to stay as close as possible and do the Jig attack so more spears hit him. The more spears hit him, the more damage he'll take. For defeating Storm Owl, we get the Tenkuha, which turns her saber purple and lets us destroy projectiles with our saber. It's because of this ability that we do Storm Owl last, because especially on slash B stage, many of these soldiers throw bullets and things around, and if we slash a bullet, we'll generate lag as well. Very nice stage for Nappa, also good damage boost. Another weird mechanic of this game is that as zero, you get the double jump once you defeat Space Mushroom and the air dash when you defeat Stingray, but you can do one or the other. If you double jump, you cannot air dash, and if you dashed or air dashed, you cannot do a double jump. However, if you get damaged in the middle of your jump, you can jump again or do an air dash. So most runners get a damage boost on that wielder to do a double jump. Colonel is also different boss. In here you'll want to spam the Hyoretsu-san, the ice attack, because it's its weakness and you cannot SDC him. Also, when you do a Hyoretsu-san when he's changing stance, like when he's guarding and such, you may get double or even triple hits, so it's really useful. Good fight for both. Next stage is Final Weapon. Here we'll be battling Iris. Sadly, we won't be seeing that sweet cutscene everyone wants, but let's hope they get a good fight. Iris is another boss that always does the same thing, as long as you do the same thing as well. You'll want to keep hitting the right armor she has with rolling slashes until she releases that purple crystal which is on the air right now. And once she releases that purple crystal, you'll be able to actually deal damage to her. Now that it's out, we'll mostly be hitting that purple crystal with 2 rolling slashes, and then a fire attack for maximum damage. We do those 2 air slashes before the fire attack so we can get a damage boost off of Iris, since if we do not, we'll get to do the full animation of the fire attack, which generates a lot of lag, so it's not really. Like what happened to ch0cman right there, that's really important. ch0cman's a little low on HP right now. Okay, he's managed to kill. Now that we've defeated Iris, next boss for final weapon is General. General is the other biggest RNG factor for Zero, because depending on what he does, you can take a really long time to defeat him or kill him in less than a minute. What you want General to do is throw his hands at you so you can get on it and STC his head, and you'll kill him really fast. Nappa got a very good pattern. Okay, demonstrate that. Summons STC, and oh, he messed up. It's okay. He managed to get it in 1 cycle.
My fate is sealed. I have no choice.
Okay, let's see what pattern does General give to ch0cman. Oh, so ch0cman got the bad pattern. This is real unfortunate. Let's hope he gets those hands on the next cycle. Okay, he got the hands. It was bad, but not as bad. Sometimes you can get no hands at all, which is really unfortunate, and it's most likely a reset. After final weapon, we go to final weapon again, but this time we'll be going to the boss rush. The first boss of the boss rush is Magma Dragoon, like you're seeing on Nappa's screen, and then we'll be taking a counterclockwise order. Many refights are pretty much the same as the first fights, except for Cyber Peacock, Split Mushroom, and that's it. Those 2 are the only ones that are different, but it'll be more of the same. Next boss for Nappa is Web Spider. Let's hope he can get the quick kill this time. ch0cman's done with Dragoon, and oh, bad RNG for Nappa, but that was pretty good anyway. He got Wet Spider's health real low. Good spider fight. Let's see how it goes for ch0cman. We'll never know. Oh, ch0cman almost got the quick kill, but sadly missed some hits. They got pretty similar Wet Spider fights. On Nappa's screen, we'll now see Cyber Peacock fight. Differently from the first fight, now we'll just be spamming the Ryu engine, the Fire Slash, because now that we got the Rolling Slash, it deals a lot less damage, so it's better to just keep spamming this one. And that's it. It's pretty simple, really. And Nappa goes to Jet Stingray. Jet Stingray is more of the same. Let's hope he gets better RNG this time. So far, so good. He should go down now. Oh, he died. That's unfortunate. This is really bad. He should go down now. Yeah. As long as he goes down, that's kind of okay, but it was a bad pattern for Nappa at the end. Let's see how it goes for Jackman. Oh, he also died for Chugman. Okay, it was pretty much the same. And Nappa's done with Slash Beast. Slash Beast is exactly the same. The only difference is that if you want to, you can finish Slash Beast with a Raging Yeki with Spider Stack, since it deals 4 damage instead of 1, like the first slash of your combo. But it's up to personal preference. If your STC is faster than that attack's animation, you can just keep STCing him. Since now we've got the Rolling Slash and the Raging Yeki, Mushroom is a little different. We'll likely be using the Raging Yeki to despawn those clones he does, and now when he comes down, we'll do 2 slashes and then a Raging Yeki. That's because Raging Yeki has this mechanic where if you just press the special attack button, it'll take a long time to throw the attack, like you're seeing there. But if you do it in a combo, the attack comes out immediately, so it's really useful to do 2 slashes and then the Raging Yeki. A stop time for safety there on the screen. And the next boss for Nappa is Frostwaters. Frostwaters is exactly the same. The only difference is that we have a little bit more health now, but nothing more. And they're done. Chugman has 2 bosses left, and Nappa has only Storm Owl left. He's a little ahead of Chugman, but once we get to Sigma, we'll see who wins. Sigma can also give different patterns, which can let you kill him really fast or really slow. Storm Owl is the exact same fight as before. Hit him with Third Slash, and then a Rakuhoha. Okay, so now that Nappa is done with the boss rush, he'll go straight for Sigma. But before that, we get a cutscene about Zero's origin and how Sigma found him, but since this is speedrun, we won't be seeing that set cutscene. Okay, so the first phase of Sigma is the Screen Reaper, that you can only hit with the Ryu engine. A little mistake on Chugman's timer right there. He's not finished yet. Okay, the second phase of Sigma is pure STC. And also, we'll want to go close to the wall so that side sticks to the wall and not to the floor. If it sticks to the floor, it can be really dangerous because Sigma will throw some boomerangs at you, and they're pretty hard to evade.
Tremble with terror. You are finished.
Okay, this is Final Sigma. Final Sigma is actually two Sigmas. This is Gunner Sigma, and there's also Head Sigma. What you want Head Sigma to do is to try to suck Thrash. What you don't want him to do is that pattern where he blows you away. That is the best pattern for X though. And what you want Gunner Sigma to do is to just shoot his gun, but not like that. That's at the end. Just the worst pattern for either character. Oh, the last timer will be left like that, but we'll see who wins on stream, so no big deal. Nappa's done with Head Sigma. And that's a good Gunner Sigma pattern. ch0cman accidentally hit the split button and finished his timer, but he's not actually finished. He actually undid the dot down on the SRL chat, so it's okay. And that's GG for Nappa. 41:58. That's a pretty nice time. For anyone wondering, the current world record for the PC version is 40:25 by Aerial RX. So that's a real nice time for Nappa. And ch0cman will be using Subtemper Safety here. And GG for ch0cman. SRL chat says 43:09. That's really good. That's like 1 minute ahead of my PB, so it's really good. Hope you enjoyed the race, guys. I'm not sure if we got enough time for interviews. I think there's another match coming up right next to this one. And I think we do have time. Yeah, we have time. So let me ask if either ch0cman or Nappa wants to get in. Okay, so it seems ch0cman will be winning this time. Let's see if Nappa wants to hop in. Okay, Nappa's not answering and he's turned his stream off, so since we won't be getting an interview. I hope you enjoyed the race, guys. Remember to follow the runners and me if you want to. And I'll be seeing you guys in 20 minutes for the next match, which should be Energy Sam against Nappa, I think. If not, no, I think that's wrong. It should be 8-bit against EAV. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.